What is up, baby? What is up? Today we got Mighty Key, and then we got a message from Cyberpunk 2077. And my man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have a reaction on my channel about it. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this video, and then I'm gonna cover it on this. I'm gonna cover on this video. So I'm gonna pack it all in one big ass video. But yo, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification down below, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead on and dive in. So get your helmets on.
I am Mighty Key.
So there I was, minding my own black-ass business, making a comedy skit for the recent news about Sephiroth entering Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden,
What's up, dummy boy? Look at you. Look at this guy. Huh? You still have a base PS4? What'd you think was gonna happen? Huh? Why are you running this huge, ambitious, incredible, futuristic
I'm sorry that the
game?
pandemic. I'm sorry I don't know how we fucking money.
In one day, y'all ugly, and your mama fat.
nah, I'm just kidding. They actually just apologized. Unless you've been living under a rock recently, then you know Cyberpunk 2077 came out last week. Yes, the most highly anticipated game ever. The game people been waiting for 8 years. It dropped, and yeah, it was met with some craziness. I mean, there was a big bump in the road. This was a very unpolished game. I can't say unfinished because all the content is there. You can play the game from start to finish and have the whole thing, but there has been issues like graphical and visual issues. There's been crashes. There's been a lot of bumps and bruises, regardless of whichever you play, whether that's console or PC. However, PC and PS5 will probably be a lot better experience than if you were on PS4.
Oh my God! Oh, it's terrible! Jesus Christ, my mom!
It is abysmal to say the least. Now, I've seen the
Were those actual real screenshots though?
We'll show these images alone, but I've seen it in action on an Xbox Series. I think it's Xbox One, and like that looks terrible. It looks terrible.
Right.
I have mine for PS5.
That sounds cool.
I have a copy with a 1080 Ti for my PC, right? So 1080 Ti is a little outdated, but it still runs pretty damn well, right? It still runs pretty well. And I have like I said, a PS5, and it runs good there too. There's been crashes from time to time, and then sometimes there won't be crashes, but I'll get into that a little bit. Overall, my experience has been amazing just because I've been blessed with not having that many bugs on my end, but I've seen the bugs and I can understand why people are upset at it. And that's why CDPR actually dropped today an apology letter, which we're going to go through right now.
You should have just dropped it on.
First of all, we would like to start by apologizing
PC,
to you for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Second,
it's cool about all this other shit,
crashes,
but the PC games also be getting regular updates. What kind of fucking shit they need to be fixed,
Expect more, as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready. After the holidays,
you're just
we'll release 2 large patches, starting with patch 1 in January. This will be followed by patch 2 in February. Together, these should fix the most prominent problems gamers are facing on last-gen consoles. We will be informing you about the contents of each patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last-gen look like it's running on a high-end PC or next-gen console, but it will be closer to that experience that it is now. Finally, we would always like everyone who buys our games to be satisfied with their purchases. We would appreciate it if you would give us a chance, but if you are not pleased with the game on your console and don't want to wait for updates, you can opt to refund your copy. For copies purchased digitally, please use the refund system on PSN or Xbox respectively. For boxed versions, please first try to get a refund at the store where you bought the game. If this should not be possible, please contact us at helpmerefund@cdprojectred.com, and we will do our best to help you. Starting from today, you can contact us for a week up until December 21st, 2020. So basically, they're allowing people to have their refunds back, which, you always want that as a consumer. If something bad happens, you always want to get your money back. But it just sucks. It sucks that People,
it does suck.
They were lied to. I'm going to be completely honest. You know, I love CDPR's work because they make quality games with great content. And I don't think that's necessarily like not the case for what's called Cyberpunk. I still think the game's content is good. The quality that it came out with is what is bad. For a lot of people, right? You play, a lot of people don't have PS5.
This has been happening.
The very best.
This has been happening over and over and over and over again. I'm tired, man.
You know, there's still a lot of people who are, you know, still got base consoles and they're like, I love it. It's great here. It's still fun. And, you know, it really depends on your threshold for bugs and whatnot. But a lot of people just feel like they didn't get what they paid for, and I completely understand. I really do think that it is scummy that CDPR did not tell anyone about the console or didn't give anyone the console reviews. I was kind of in the camp of, well, here's the honest truth. The way the gaming environment is, right? If you release something to reviewers that it's buggy, right, before the day one patch, obviously they're going to talk about just the bugs, and you're not going to get an accurate representation of what the game's like. So I'm thinking, oh, well, that's probably why they didn't send it to the consoles, because it's really buggy pre-launch, pre-day launch. You know what I mean? So I was like, it makes sense. But really, no, it was just them hiding the fact that it looks like absolute dog doo-doo shit. And that sucks. It really sucks. It is kind of shady, right? And you wonder, you're like, why? This company, I don't remember this company ever really doing anything like that in the past. So what's been different? You guys, if I'm wrong, if they have done it in the past, let me know. If you follow me on Twitter, then you know that I truly, a very strong opinion I have is that I believe this game just shouldn't have come out for last gen consoles, PS4s, Xboxes, etc., etc. I think they should have just waited and release this game like February or March of next year, right? And just made it next gen and PC only. Because clearly there was a bias towards next gen and PC, right? Because it should not look the way it does on PS4. PS4, my base PS4, I never had a PS4 Pro. I had a PS4 my entire life.
Right.
Or, my entire PlayStation career or whatever. And I had Final Fantasy VII Remake, no drop frames, like Ghost of Tsushima, no drop frames, Last of Us 2. It all looked
like, this is what I'm saying, like, none of those games,
so there's
like,
no excuse as to why it looks so terrible with what's it called, Cyberpunk.
Right.
Unless this game was just not meant for last gen.
You know, that's what
I get that they announced it for last gen. I get that.
That's what I'm saying.
People bought it and pre-ordered it, but somewhere down that 8-year development, CDPR said to themselves, this game is gonna have to be for next gen. We're making it too big, too ambitious. It's not supposed to come out for PS4. And I just wish they did not do it. I wish they waited. Waited for people to get. I know the climate for the PlayStation and the Xboxes are pretty bad. But I wish they waited for everyone to just have next gen. 5 more months. Release this thing in March. Everyone would have been happy, and it would have been a great, successful launch. Everything. Boom, bang, I will have like an actual in-depth review about the game. It's a beautiful game to me. Just early impressions. It's an amazing game to me. And when it hits, this game hits. I mean, it is amazing. But there are some gripes I have. There are some gripes, not just bugs.
I haven't played it yet.
There are some fundamental issues with the game.
I see
in terms of like economy, level design.
So I played this on a different platform.
Level of design. Crafting. There's some little bits that are a little like, if they could just tweak this and that, it'd be completely better. It's nothing groundbreaking, right? It's nothing like you have to go in and find a whole different voice actor to voice these lines because this script was terrible. Nothing like that.
Yeah, it's all good.
We'll get into that a little bit later. But I do want to say though, even though yes, this game does look terrible on PS4 and Xbox, on PlayStation 5 it looks good. It actually looks good, and I'm having a pretty good experience. But when it comes to bugs and crashes, the experience is going to vary, right? Somebody can have a lot of bugs, and then the other person may not meet those bugs. It's just random. So that's why, you may go and watch your favorite content creator or read your favorite article from your favorite GameSpot, IGN, Game Informer, PC Informer, whatever. You may read your favorite article and hear things like bugs everywhere, buggy mess, unplayable, something like that. And then you'll go online and you'll see people praising it, and you'll see people having a great time, and you're probably confused, like, what? But I heard from over here that it's not looking good. How are you having fun?
Different platforms.
And I'm telling you why you're confused is because, again, everyone's experience is going to vary, because the bugs, everyone has a different threshold for bugs, right, first and foremost. Secondly,
some people like fucking bugs. Like, you know, I was like, bro.
Some people, while it does others. Yesterday, I played for like 6.5 hours, and I had 0 crashes. Whereas the day prior, I played for like 4 hours and had 3 crashes. So, it really, and this is all on PS5, by the way. I haven't had any crashes on PC at all yet. But
I don't want to go through that, bro. Like, I don't.
In case that's why you're confused, that's the reason. And I mean, I can't recommend this game for anyone who has a last-gen console. Not yet. Not until they patch it in February, I believe they said. But you know, if you got a next-gen console or a decent graphics card, I mean, try it out. But that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Just as a recap, I think CDPR, what they did was pretty scummy. They shouldn't. They should have been more transparent.
After this,
but if they were more transparent, there's probably going to be less money they made, and with less money they made, they can't.
I'm not pre-ordering shit no more.
That's why they did it. And
at all.
Bad. That is.
I don't care how good it looks.
Right?
Elder Scrolls 6.
What can we do about it? You can get a refund.
All the games they show the fucking Game Awards, I was trying to. I'm not buying that shit right now.
You can't strike. You can't call the police. You can't do any of that. So you either
don't trust nobody.
That's it.
Bro.
You know, we can only hope. We can only look to the future at this point. They promised free DLC. They've done it in the past. They promised quality games. They've done it in the past. People have made the arguments, hey, if this was another company like Bethesda, Ubisoft, with all these bugs, it'd be, you know, dick on the ground. It'd be dead. It'd be completely garbage. You know, no one would even talk about it anymore. They wouldn't even give it a chance. That's very possible. But that's how reputations work. You know, if people have been treated well in the past, they expect that in the future. If people have messed up in the past and they have a habit of messing up, they're not going to get other chances. That's just how reputation works. So, yeah, obviously, you know, if this was Bethesda with buggy games, they're just going to be like, well, it's a buggy game, that's normal Bethesda. Or if Ubisoft, they'd be like, it's a Ubisoft, it's normally buggy, it's whatever, you know, blah, blah,
and that's the behavior, that's the fucking problem.
It's buggy, but it always gets fixed, so everything's fine. Everything's actually
That's the problem.
But I mean, if that's not how you feel, then that's not how you feel. You're completely okay for that. And if that's how you feel, if you want to wait for CDPR, you're good for that too. Just depends. But anyways, guys, that's it. I got a skit for Sephiroth in Smash. Come in, hopefully.
I'll be right back, guys.
And then, you know, I'll have my own little...
guys, I'm back. But yeah, like, I was just saying, you know, like you said, you know, the game is finished, right? Just to get a game some pros, right? Huh? Yeah, well, I put it on the side. On the side, just in the morning. But yeah, hold on, I'm recording right now. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. But like I said, like I don't really feel comfortable with you know, all the bugs and all this stuff, man. Because it's like, look, y'all had 9 years to get this game right, and yet it is still a buggy mess. Don't y'all know that making a game that big, y'all gonna, if you think about it, right? If somebody was making a small game, right? If somebody was making a small game, don't you think that game will come with many problems? With small problems, like, okay, you know, don't you think the atmosphere of the game, all these big open worlds and all this stuff, y'all don't think this stuff come with problems? Like, don't you think the more bigger the game is, the more problems you're gonna have, the more harder work you're gonna have to polish the game? You don't think that's gonna happen? You're gonna have to work twice as hard. This is on a 9-year game. You know, I don't know what trials and tribulations they went through already with the year. That's cool. But, you know, looking at it from a consumer standpoint, it's just like, hey, you know, if the game wasn't ready, I'm going to sit here and wait till it's ready. I ain't going no damn well. I'm not going no fucking well. Hey, maybe y'all need the money. Hey, y'all could have gave out the demo and just be like, hey, yo, play this right quick. You know, and let that shit ride for like months on end. Like, let it. I mean, and then come out with like a closed beta, and you know they really were out there. Like some game companies are really out here waiting for their shit. And, you know, it's just like, hey, you know, it's not as bad as like, okay, 1-2 update. The updates should only be. I mean, if we really talking, I mean, the updates can be for fixes, yeah, but it shouldn't be for some shit that like. The updates shouldn't be for some shit that like it's just like it's game breaking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, somebody didn't play the fucking game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody knew some shit and was just like, yeah, maybe we could do this, and then they won't. You know, that's what this new generation is about. So we might be lucky. So no, give us a full fucking game. And it's kind of shocking. You know, hearing this from CD Projekt Red. You know, Witcher 3. People bring up Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is fucking phenomenal. You know, Witcher 3 is fucking phenomenal. And I asked myself, like, damn, bro, was y'all working with somebody else, or like, what was it, Activision, or like, was it, like, was it somebody? Who was y'all working with, bro? Not the Shin Shots, but you know what the fuck I mean. Who the fuck were y'all working with? Cause the CD Projekt Red, I know. Them motherfuckers, they make sure they game fucking Christmas a motherfucker. I don't know what this is. But, hey, then again, looking at it from a company standpoint, I don't work with the company, but if I did work on the company, you know, and, I mean, I don't have to work at the company. You can just be a civilized human being, understand this. But it's like, hey, you know, trials and tribulations happen. You know, hey, most people ain't gonna like the way we did that. You know, we're gonna take that. We did that. You know, and there's nothing we can fucking do about it. You know, all we can do is do the best actions that we possibly fucking can. And that's what we can move on to. You know what I'm saying? And never make this fucking mistake ever fucking again. At least try not to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody slips up one in a fucking while. I'm not trying to make them to be perfect, but I'm saying it's like seeing a fucking beautiful ass track record and somebody just be like, yo, get to the ring, 1, 2, 3, alright, we done. Like, you know, it's just like damn, what the fuck just happened now? It's just like seeing fucking Mike Tyson lay down for somebody, and it's like, yo, what the fuck going on? Like, yo, comment down below what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification down below. Samurai out. 200 subscribers.